Hello Stamper, welcome to French's video. I'm Frances Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and today it's a little bit of vintage watercolor. I was playing with the Country Living stamp set, and also I'm using the hardwood. And I did this one here. This one, it's a little bit darker than I wanted. This one, it's a little bit lighter, so we're going to go in between those two. This one was tricky, that's why I didn't put it together. I'm going to share with you, we're going to assemble this one at the end. So first thing you want to do is take a piece of copy paper, and it measures 5.5 by 4 1/4. Just cut it in 4 and cut an opening. I just start this way here, then open it up and do about the size that you want. And you want the edge, you know, that it's all not equal. That's what makes it look more here we go. See, I got a funky looking thing there. Now we're going to ink our hardwood stamp with crumb cake. This one I did a smoky slate, and it was not just quite enough. And the other one I did granite was too much. So now we're going with crumb cake. So we're going to tap this here. Tap, tap, tap. Now I'm going to take, this is watercolor paper. I'm going to place that on top. I should have another paper under because my stamp is longer. Let me rethink this here. I'm going to put that right here. Put a piece of glue here. Let's grab everything. Here we go. Now let's take this and let's give a good impression on this. Because it's a big stamp. Usually I leave the stamp down, but with the mat, everything was moving on me. Let me, oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Here we go. So now we get our opening. Now we're taking this. We're going to bring this to our stamp apparatus. And we're going to ink our truck with soft suede. Tap, tap, tap. I like to have something in the back. Here we go. It helps if you put something under your plate to ink. It really does help. Then we're going to stamp this. Lift this up. It looks kind of nothing, right? Now take your aqua painter, and I need my inky rag. Because sometimes if you get too much water, you're going to dab it there. Now you're just going to color your truck. And when I mean color, see, you're just going, you make that vintage. The wheel. The thing that you don't want to color, it is the, what it's called, the windows. I was blank here. See, now it get too dark. I just take some, wipe some off. You're going to lose the background of the wood on the truck, and really that's what you want. You just want the truck to look very vintage. And you can blend a bit the colors, but really me, I just do a quick wash. I just be careful around the windows. Here we go. Here. Can you notice when I have to concentrate, I just stop talking, right? And just mix this. And you're going to lose the shape of the truck a bit, but that's okay. It's going to come handy. You're going to see it's going to come all back to life in a minute. Usually I would leave that dry naturally, but because we're on the video and we want to process this quicker, I will use the heat tool to dry it up. That's pretty good. Let me blend here a little bit more here. Someplace you can have it like darker. That would be perfectly fine. Here we go. Now let me grab my heat tool, and then we're gonna just dry that a little bit so we can finish the car. And this one I didn't wash as much, I think. I washed quite a bit. It's not all the way dry, but it's going to be good enough, I think. Now, we know that we did this right in the corner. It's easy. Put it right back there. Ink again with your, let me think, soft suede. Make sure it's in the corner. Tap, tap, tap. Voila! Now, oops, don't close that. Now what I done to make it even more vintage, I took the window though, I used my smoky slate, and we're gonna do the window in smoky slate. You're going to have a little bit of brownish, because that's normal, because the wood was there, but I had quite a bit of smoky slate. And you can go back and light that up a bit. I'm going to take more gray. I want it more gray. Here we go. Oh, and right here my lights. Okay, now what I done, I use my crumb cake, and this is usually I go in and come down. This time I take this and start on right at the edge there of where it is and push it up. And go all around. So it's darker in the center and lighter on the outside. And usually I do the other way around. Here we go, almost done. And then for my greeting, I use from Soft Saying. And I did that with soft suede. I'm looking, I didn't bring it with me. I'm going to share with you on the other card there. Here it is. See? That's Soft Saying. Okay, so you can mount it just plain like this on top of soft suede. Now, all the measurement going to be on my blog. Now, for this one here. This one, I ripped my paper, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's because when I was coloring, I did a big drop and it would not wash good. So I just ripped my watercolor paper. The watercolor paper, it's very hard to rip. So after you rip it, you want to take your bone folder and really age that paper up. And it's stiff compared to another. See, it's going to crackle. That is normal. And then I just go at the side and roll that up just like an old paper. So you're going to roll this all on around, all that ripped paper. And then you can take your finger and roll more. But you're going to have to really break the fiber out of this. Now, when this is done, I took my sponge again and really went heavy on some on the side here. See? Now I'm using a bit of soft suede too, because I want those where it's darker. So it really looks like it's an old piece of paper that you find in Grandpa's attic, whatever, something, picture that he saved, a car he wanted to buy, whatever. It's looked very aged. Now I embossed this with the wood grain embossing folder, and I had brought a piece of linen thread that I wanted to use with this. Here it is. I didn't bring it. So now for the linen thread, what we're going to do, I'm going to use my fast fuse in the back of this here, ready to glue. And now I'm going to take this, put that in the back there, and we're going to crisscross this. See? Cross, cross, and then we're going to go in the center of this. Now this can be spread a little bit more, and right there I need my scissors. Voila. Now we're going to take this. Now you can always adjust them a bit. I want it more in the bottom. Here we go. We're going to mount that right at the top. Start from the top, lift this up, and then push it down so you know it's coming down together. Lovely. Now for the one that I ripped, I'm going to place that with dimensional. See the back? Let me show you a close-up of this of the back. You really have to see how all wrinkled. You really have to break the fiber. And ripping, it's a little bit stiffer than, oops, regular cardstock, but it's no problem. Just start ripping sideways and boom. I'm looking for my piece. I'm going to go get my piece so you can see. Now I'm going to put that right here. So you see the way that I start ripping, I just went at one edge and then rip. But it is very stiff. So just be prepared. Here we go. 1 and 2. And then I'm going to finish this one. This is it, my friend, to do a vintage country living car truck. This and all the measurements going to be, and the supply is going to be on my blog just below in the description. It's going to bring you right to this blog post or above in the eye, and I'm going to have the easy shopping button right there. Thank you so much for your support, and have a lovely day, my friend. Bye bye for now.